Curious about what's ahead for you for the second half of the year in the real estate market? If you're wondering how trends and forecasts will shape your next move, let's dive into everything you need to know today. I'm Aguiar, your local realtor expert, and on this channel, I post videos about what it's like to live in the Seattle metro area. If you find this content helpful, please subscribe, click that bell so that you stay updated with all the new videos that comes up every week. And also, we get calls and emails and texts every day from people wanting to move here, and I love helping you. But I cannot help you unless you reach out. So give us a call, an email, a text, and I'll got your back when you're moving here to the Seattle area. And I'm excited to kick off this week by discussing what lies ahead for the second half of this year in real estate. Many folks are curious about what is the rest of the year holds for the real estate market. And I've made it through the first half of the year, and then here now it's time to look ahead. We will dive into all the forecasts and also the expert opinions on what the second half of the year might bring. So let's talk about the current market conditions. In many markets, we're seeing inventory rise, especially on the higher end. Sales have slowed down, and we will start our discussion here from that angle. So Lawrence Young from the NAR, National Association of Realtors, noted that home sales have lingered at the 30-year lows, with 70 million more Americans now compared to 3 decades ago. It's inevitable that sales will rise in the coming years. Inventory will grow steadily due to the home prices constructions and various life-changing events that prompts people to move. And then Lawrence Lambert wrote from the first lens current market conditions. In many markets, we're seeing inventory rise, especially on the higher end. Sales have slowed down, and we will all start discussing from that angle. So Lawrence Young from NAR, he's a National Association of Realtors, noted that home sales have lingered at the 30-year lows. And with the 70 millions of more Americans now compared to 3 decades ago, it is inevitable that sales will rise in the coming years. Inventory will grow steadily due to more homes constructions and various life-changing events that prompt people for moving. And then also Lance Lambert wrote in Fast Company about how current sales levels are comparable to April of 1978. Despite the significant population increase since then, this context is vital for understanding our market. And if you're forecasting for home sales, so what's the forecast for the second half of the year? Many in our business wonder about this. We sold 4.1 million existing homes last year and 4.8 million total homes. The 2024 forecast from the Fannie Mae, MBA, and the NAR suggests that about 5 million home sales, which is similar to last year. So looking forward, we can expect a gradual increase, but not dramatic one. Job gains, it's a mortgage rates and inventory land curve from NAR mentioned that steady job gains, stable mortgage rates, and release of the pent-up inventory will lead to more sales. So despite the lingering housing shortage, home prices are expected to rise, and I bet more slowly than in the past few years. This slower, more normal rates of appreciation is healthier for the market. And the latest 2024 home prices forecast from several sources, including Fannie Mae, Goldman Sachs, predicts that 2.9% residential homes prices appreciation. So prices are not expected to crash, but will continue to rise at a modest pace. And Jessica Lotz from NAR emphasizes that the lack of housing inventory keeps upward pressure on the prices. So we're not short by 2 to 5 million homes, depending on the estimates. And this shortage is a key factor sustaining prices increases. So mortgage rates and market drivers, mortgage rates are the critical drivers in this market. So we operate in a demand-based rate environment. Rates around between 6.75 on a 30-year fixed mortgage could maintain a good demand, while dipping into the fives might generate a great demand. But the latest forecast for the fourth quarter of this year suggests that rate might hover around 6.5%. And then also we need to factor in that election cycles tend to see rate decreases. I expect a bit of a relief on the mortgage rates by the end of the year. Major banks predicts with the Federal Reserve will cut rates potentially in September. This cut could positively impact the mortgage rates and the market activity. The real estate market outlook, Dennis McGill from Zelman Association shared a cautiously optimistic view for the next 5 years, expecting a lot of ebb and flow, but an overall healthy market. So prices should rise slowly, but buyers might have more options at inventory expense. So real estate is profoundly local. So what's happening on a national can differ in your local market. So Bankrate highlighted the importance of leaning on experienced local real estate agents to navigate the complexity of the current market. And whether you are a buyer or a seller, having a pro lead is the way it is going to be invaluable. So inventory trends, projected inventory increases are expected due to the improvements in mortgage rates, which will motivate current homeowners to move up the housing ladder, and demographic shifts as older Americans downsize. As rates come down, more people might decide it's the right time to buy or sell. This movement will help increase the numbers of available homes, which essentially for a balanced market. So insights from expert. L. Lord from Lexer Capital Management expects inventories to rise as mortgage rates improve. He believes this will encourage homeowners to move, adding more homes to the market. This increased activity, combined with the demographic shifts, will help by balanced supply and demand. And then also Dennis McGill forecast for the next 5 years suggests a healthier market with the higher in lows, but overall stability. He predicts that prices will rise slowly, giving buyers more options at inventory expense. However, the local market conditions can vary, and it's important to stay informed on what is happening in your specific area. Understanding your local market, it is crucial to understand both the national and local trends. With national trends provide a broader view, local conditions can vary significantly. So the role of the mortgage rates and mortgage rates can also play a significant role in the real estate market. And as rate decreases, affordability increases, encouraging more buyers to enter the market. The Federal Reserve's actions will influence the mortgage rates, and important to stay updated on their decisions. Experts predict that a rate cut in the fall which could further stimulate the market activity. So that's the Seattle real estate market update for July of 2024. The market is still competitive, but there are more opportunity for the buyers now than earlier this year. So if you have any questions about buying or selling in the Seattle, Belleville area, I would love to be a resource for you. And if you find this video helpful, please make sure to share that with others who might benefit from it. And don't forget to subscribe this channel for more updates and tips on navigating the real estate market. And as I mentioned before, I get calls and emails, texts of people wanting to move here, and I would love to help you. So make sure to stay connected. But I cannot help you unless you reach out. So give me a call, an email, or a text, and I got you when it's anything about moving to the Seattle area or learning more about our market. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you. So I will begin sharing with you 8 tips to avoid mortgage mistakes. Starting with number 1, don't deposit large sums of cash. What does that mean? The bank will be wanting to know where the source that money is coming from. As well, it's very important to document it in the right way for a smooth home loan approval process. Number 2, don't make large purchases. Moving into that, it's very critical because you don't want to affect your debt to income ratio. And this is something that the lender is going to be looking at to approve you on a loan. Number 3, don't consign loans. Even though you're thinking, that's not going to impact you because it's someone else's primary loan, but just your name being there, it also counts against you and your name is going to be on the record. So that can be, something that can stop you from getting a loan. But number 4, don't switch bank accounts. We will elaborate a little bit more on this in here, but it's so important to stay consistent, and it's to simplify just the asset verification process from the lender. And if you're moving around in between, they want history. So let's stick with what you have today.